You've spent hours creating a resource and it's pretty good. You uploaded it, maybe even gotten a few views, but it's not selling. You say, give it some time. The good news is it's probably not because you've created a bad resource. There's usually two reasons a product isn't selling. It's either got low views or low conversions. Either you aren't getting people over to your product, or once they're getting there, they're not clicking on the buy button. Both of these issues have solutions, and making a few changes can have big results that start increasing your income. So, we're going to look at 5 reasons that nobody is seeing your products. And then in another video, we're going to look at 5 reasons why people aren't clicking the buy button once they do see your product. Problem one, nobody is finding your product. In other words, it's not showing up in search results. So people are going over to Google or Teachers Pay Teachers or wherever, and they're typing in something that's relevant to your product, and your product isn't appearing. You've got low SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. Some things that might be causing this are weak titles, poor keyword choices, not doing a good job with your snippet, not using TpT's tools with the check marks and everything, and not getting reviews. All of these things are tools or measurements that the search engines use to help rank your TpT product higher on that search engine result. By improving these things, you can rank higher on these search results. So, what do we need to do? First, you can just think about what kind of keywords people are using when they're searching for your product. For example, I have a product that is for teachers when students are blurting out or shouting out constantly in class. I used to title this the blurter outer corrector because it corrects the students who keep blurting out. The problem is those are not search engine optimized words. Nobody's going into Google and typing in blurter outer or how to correct the blurter outer, things like that. They're typing in things like how to help a student who's shouting too much, how to get a student to stop blurting out in class, how to make them listen and behave. I don't know, things like that. So think through these keywords that people are looking for and use those not only in your product title, but also in your snippet. The snippet is the first 2 to 3 sentences, 130 to 150 characters of your product description. Now, this is when you're on a TpT product page. If you're in your blog post, it's the first, 130 to 150 characters of that blog post. But that snippet, not only does it help your product rank, it's also what appears in the first couple lines when you go into Google. So if you go into Google, you type in something, you're going to see the cover or the title of that page or that product, and then you're going to see a few sentences about it. That's the snippet. And you want your snippet to be keyword rich. So be thinking through those keywords and make sure you're including them in the title and in the snippet. Now, there are SEO tools that will help you know what keywords you should be using and which ones are going to rank, and if you're doing a good job of using them. There are lots of keyword tools out there. Almost all of them, everyone that I know of, has a cost, and it's usually a monthly subscription fee. The one I recommend is SEO Mantis, and if you use my affiliate link below, you do get a discount off your monthly membership. But there's a lot out there, and using those is going to help you know exactly how to optimize your title, your snippet, so that you can rank higher. Another thing you want to do is TpT gives you some tools that you can use to select for your resource, like resource type and grade level and categories and things like that. Using these tools is also going to help you rank higher in search engines. When people are typing in these things, your product can already be tagged for that, and that's going to send those indicators to those search algorithms so that they know to post your product. This is relevant, and then it's going to rank higher. Lastly, we don't talk about this too much, but reviews are a good indicator, especially in the TpT algorithm, to get you to rank higher. So try to collect reviews on your products. Everyone asks, well, how do I get reviews? The best way to do that is in your product file. You have a page at the end asking for reviews and linking your customers back to your product or back to the page where they can give it the reviews so that they know exactly how to do that. You make it real easy for them. You can remind them that when they leave a review, they get TpT credits that helps them towards future purchases. It helps offset the costs. So I do have some resources that are going to help you. I've got a video on how to write great product descriptions. I've got a video on how to write good titles. And of course, there is the SEO tool, SEO Mantis, that I am recommending. Problem two, your cover image just isn't doing it. Here's why this is a problem. When people go to these search engines that we've been talking about and they type in something, they're going to see a list of images, a list of products, usually TpT products. And so as they're scrolling through them, deciding which one they're going to purchase, what are they going on? Well, they're going to go on just a few things. They're going to see the product title. They might see the snippet depending on where it is in this search results. Sometimes now they just show the images, but they're definitely going to see the cover images. And so they're going to see a list or a bunch of cover images, and they're going to pick several of them to look at based mainly on the cover image. So your cover image has to do a good job of not only attracting the eye, but getting people to click on it. So what can we do to make sure that our cover images pop, that they grab attention, that people are clicking on them? I have resources to help you with this that we go deeper into this topic. But for this video, we're just going to talk about a few things quick. I've gone deeper on this in another video that you can click on, and I'll reference it in the product description. So here's some things you can do. Make the title the focal point. Have a nice big title. Make it very obvious, keyword rich, of course, short, but you want that to stand out. Use just few words, like we said. Make the letters large, bold, make them contrast with the background. Use an outline or a shadow, drop shadow on the words so that they pop. A good strategy, not always necessary, but usually helps, is to show the actual resource or show relevant, engaging clip art. So I always say, like, if you're doing a George Washington biography, resource. Have an image of George Washington. That's going to tell the reader or the viewer exactly what they're looking at so that they don't have to do a lot of thinking. You want your cover image to pass the caveman test where someone just looks at it for a few seconds. They instantly know what this resource is about. Okay, I do recommend using a small footer or banner or like a circle or a star in the bottom that's got other key selling points in it, like the number of pages, what type of resources it is, not always, but the grade level, things like that that are going to be relevant to the person looking at it and make them want to purchase. Again, even with your images and with the images of the worksheet, add depth, use shadow, use layering to try and make things stand out and draw the eye to certain points. Remember how hierarchy works? We get into this in that other video I was referencing and try and maximize that. Okay, I do have a video on cover images and an article on cover images that can help you go deeper in this topic. I also have cover image templates if you're interested in purchasing those to help you with this. Problem three, you don't own the long tail phrases for your product. In other words, your content is not appearing in search results. So if I'm going to be teaching a unit on adding fractions and I go to Google looking for resources to help me, what do you think I'm going to type into the Google search algorithm or in Teachers Pay Teachers algorithm? I might type in adding fractions worksheet. But more realistically, I'm going to type in something like how to teach adding fractions. Fun game for adding fractions. Why can't my students add fractions? Adding fractions lesson plans. All these things and more you want to have property, real estate on so that you have stuff that's appearing in these search results. So how do you do that? Because your TpT product is not going to be able to capture all these long tail phrases that people are typing into Google. So what you need to have to start maximizing all this traffic is either a blog or a YouTube channel or a podcast or even a very vibrant and active Pinterest account where you're making content for all of these long tail phrases. That way your stuff is showing up in the search results. And again, in this circumstance, what's showing up in the search results is not your TpT product. It's your blog post about how to teach adding fractions. And in that blog post, One of the things you do is you highlight the benefits of your TpT product and you share images of it and you link to it. So, if you want to start capturing these long tail phrases so that you drive more traffic to your TpT products, and again, when you're doing this, then you're not relying on the search engine algorithm for your TpT product only, and you're expecting all your traffic to come that way. You start to take control over more of your traffic, and you're going to see a lot more people coming to your products. And these are people who are looking for your products, so they're going to convert a lot better. They've already liked your content. They like what you're about. They're already sold on this. So when they click on it, they're going to buy. So if you want some resources to help you, I do have a free course, How to Start a Blog. I've got a great article I'm going to post down here. It's 5 trainings on Pinterest that's going to help you start and optimize your Pinterest account, how to market it, and all sorts of great stuff. Pinterest is going to be a good resource for us on this, especially if you don't have a blog or a podcast or something like that. Product problem number 4, you're not sending anyone to your product. So the problem here is that you don't have your own audience. Either you don't have an email list or you're not, emailing your email list regularly, or you don't have an online social media audience. So how do we fix this? Well, you're going to have to build one of these two things, either or both. I recommend doing both at the same time, but you're going to have to build a social media audience or an email list. And doing these two things is going to build your likability and your trust factor with your ideal customers so that you're going to start to become their guy or their girl. And when you go on there and say, oh, this is something that I've got that's really good, your people are already bought in, so they're ready to go over there and purchase because you've been pouring into these people over a long time, adding value so that they know they can trust you, they already like you, and they're going to buy your content. So what do you need to do? You either need to start an email list or you need to pick a social media platform and start posting content on there regularly. And I do recommend doing both. And I also say when you're just starting with social media, pick one platform. Pick TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever and just do that one. And again, Pinterest is not a social media platform. It's a search engine algorithm. So don't use Pinterest and count that as your social media audience that you're building. Pick one of these where you are going on there and getting directly in front of the camera and talking to these people and showing pictures of yourself and your stuff and all of that. So I do have a free course on how to start your email list as a TpT seller. I've got lots of articles and videos, training videos on Facebook. Facebook and Instagram, they're run by the same thing. So a lot of that correlates. I don't have any content at the time of this recording for any of the other social media platforms, TikTok specifically, for you right now. So if that's where you want to go, that's great, but I don't have something that's going to support you just yet. All right. Problem 5. Your product solves a problem that no one is looking for. A lot of us, myself included, we make content for what we're doing in the classroom. And I do think that's a good strategy, but that doesn't always solve somebody else's problem. So you've got to do a little bit of research as to what is the problem of your actual customers. For example, I might make this really beautiful classroom decor, but nobody is looking for that, and so they're not buying it. So that doesn't mean my product is bad. It just means that the audience isn't there yet, and they might not ever be. So things you can do to overcome this. I mean, I do always tell teachers it's okay if you're just posting what you're doing in the classroom. That's going to hit your type of people, but not always. So you can do some product research, you can do some SEO research, and that's going to tell you what it is that your people are looking for, what it is that's selling on Teachers Pay Teachers, so that you can fill that hole. We do have a great training by Mandy Lee on my YouTube channel that teaches us how to do product research. It's really good. I do recommend it. It's going to be linked down in the description of this video. And you can use the SEO tool that I just mentioned, SEO Mantis. Remember, if you use my affiliate link, you do get a discount off your monthly subscription. So this has been 5 problems that are causing people not to see your TpT products. And fixing these things is going to help you get more views on your content. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to get more conversions so that once those people are clicking on your product, they're actually buying it. And then you're going to see that nice boost in income.